she lives these days. If she took the dog or moved away. But I caught that tune on late night air and saw her dancing like she's there. The jukebox hummed that second verse, the one she'd sang a little worse. Though the chairs and lights have changed, that melody still feels the same. We don't share a better name, don't blame each other or play that game. But somewhere out there when it plays, she turns it up the same old way. We ain't talked in God knows long, but deep inside we still share a song. I heard she's got a little girl, braids like hers in Daddy's world. I smile and hope he treats her kind and plays that tune from time to time. Share a better name, don't blame each other or play that game. But somewhere out there when it plays, she turns it up the same old way. We ain't talked in God knows long, but deep inside we still share a song. Love don't need a place to sleep, sometimes it hums where memories keep. So when that steel guitar comes in, I see her eyes, I taste that grin. She might be gone, but not all wrong, 'cause in this heart we still share a song. Or a limousine, just an old Ford truck and some faded jeans. But if you want stars, I'll lasso a few and hang them in your window just for you. My love's bigger than the sky is blue, stronger than coffee and morning dew. It in a bow and watch you smile. You can have the sun, you can have the moon, if you just keep loving this old fool. My love's bigger than the sky for you. I ain't got stocks or a mansion view, but I can build a porch, just me and you, with the radio playing our favorite tune and dancing barefoot under a country moon. My love's bigger than the sky is blue, stronger than coffee and morning dew. You want the world, I'll paint it white, wrap it in a bow and watch you smile. You can have the sun, you can have the moon, if you just keep loving this old fool. My love's bigger than the sky for you. bigger than the sky is wide, deeper than the creek in July. I'll give you every part of me, from my boots to my melody. You can have the sun, you can have the moon, if you just keep loving this old fool. Yeah, my love's bigger than the sky for you.
She made my coffee, kissed my cheek, stayed up late when I couldn't sleep, held her tears when I was cold, still came back when I lost control. She loved me then more than I knew, through the silence, through the truth. I missed the signs, I missed her eyes, too lost in pride to realize. Now I replay where I have been, and I know she loved me then. She wrote me songs I never sang, left little notes I never thanked, waited out my storms alone, built a home I never called home. She loved me then more than I knew, through the silence, through the truth. I missed the signs, I missed her eyes, too lost in pride to realize. Now I replay where I have been, and I know she loved me then. It wasn't grand, it wasn't loud, but love like hers don't need a crowd. She loved me then, and I was blind to the kindest heart I'd ever find. Now she's gone, and I pretend, but I still break, 'cause she loved me then.
There's a photo framed in Mama's hall, taken in June round Grandpa's stall. Daddy smiles and Mama beams, and I'm that kid with skinned up jeans. But off to the side, not quite in line, is my big brother, hat pushed behind. No spotlight grin, no polished shirt, just quiet eyes behind the dirt. The quiet one in the photo there was always first to fix, last to care. He didn't speak unless it meant more than noise or compliment, while others posed in morning held the weight. In the photo I know, he hauled the hay when no one looked. He patched my bike but never took a single word for what he gave. Just pass me that or you be brave. The quiet one in the photo there was always first to fix, last to care. He didn't speak unless it meant more than noise or compliment, while others posed in morning glow. He held the weight. In the photo I know, we lost him young without much sound, but still he walks that patch of ground. The quiet one in the photo there still makes me stand, still makes me stare. They all recall the baby's face. I see the soul who held our place. He ain't in focus, ain't full show, but he's the one I still carry from that photo.
There's a place I go when the world gets loud, where the trees lean in and the sky's unclouded, where the water slows and time stands still at the bend of the river, past that hill. Where the river bends, I find my peace. Memories flow and troubles cease. First kiss, first tear, first breath of air, all lead me back to there. I leave behind what might have been and come back home where the river bends. Daddy took me there when I was small, taught me to fish, to stand, not fall. Mama's voice would echo low as we skipped stones in the evening glow. Where the river bends, I find my peace. Memories flow and troubles cease. First kiss, first tear, first breath of air, all lead me back to there. I leave behind what might have been and come back home where the river bends. My children too, let them feel what I once knew. Where the river bends, life feels right. Underneath the fading light, first dreams, last prayers, hearts to mend.
The sun was up, not saying much. Mom had packed that army lunch. I tried to joke to ease the room, but his silence filled up every broom. He grabbed my bag before I could. Didn't ask, just understood. Didn't say, I'm proud of you, just nodded once, like men still do. He walked me to the truck that day. Didn't hug, didn't ask me to stay. Just stood out front till I was gone, like roots that hold when the wind blows strong. Some dads speak, some dads show up, and mine just walked me to the truck. He kicked the tire like he always did, said got gas, then raised his lid, put a folded note in the glove. No words out loud, but that was love. He walked me to the truck that day. Didn't hug, didn't ask me to stay. Just stood out front till I was gone, like roots that hold when the wind blows strong. Some dads speak, some dads show up, and mine just walked me to the truck. Later that night in Bear's Gray, I read that note and cried all day. He said, be strong and write your name on every wall that bears no shame. And if you fall, I'll build you back with hands that worked and boots gone black. I never said it, never stuck, but son, I love you. Now start the truck.
Never said much, just a nod or two, but his hands told stories I always knew. Rough from the fields, scarred by time, but strong enough to hold the line. Calloused hands, worn by the land, built this life with no demand. Held me up when I couldn't stand. Love was shown in calloused hands. No need for words, I understand. nothing matters more. I'll raise my son with the same strong brand of quiet love and calloused hands. No need for words, he'll understand. He'll be a man from calloused hands. Now mine are starting to look the same, and I wear them proud. I bear his name. I'll raise my son with wanted someone to hold at night. Doesn't mind if I don't always get it right. A front porch laugh and a second cup. Someone who don't need nothing but love. I ain't got much but a steady heart, a beat-up truck, and a humble start. But I'll open doors and mean what I say. I'll write your name in my prayers each day. If you're out there and you want me to, I'm looking for her. Could that be you? Smile that feels like home, someone to dance when the radio's low, a Sunday dress or a ball cap worn. It don't take much to keep me warm. I ain't got much but a steady heart, a beat-up truck, and a humble start. But I'll open doors and mean what I say. I'll write your name in my prayers each day. If you're out there and you want me to, I'm looking for her. Could that be? But a steady heart, a front porch swing, and a backyard star. But I'll kiss your hand and tuck you in, be your fool and your best friend. So if you're lonely and you need one too, I'm looking for her. Could that be you?
He fixed the fence before the sun, drank his coffee when the work was done. Never raised his voice too loud, but when he spoke we all backed down. He'd nod a grace, not bow his head. Read the obits while the bacon bled. Built the crib, then stood outside when Mama cried the first time I cried. Daddy never said too much, but he'd show up with tools and touch. Taught me love ain't always loud. It's in the mud, the sweat, the plow. His I love you was two warm gloves. Daddy never said too much, but it was enough. He called me son and not by name, just like his dad, he did the same. He prayed by fixing broken things and showed his soul in oil stains. Daddy never said too much, but he'd show up with tools and touch. Taught me love ain't always loud. It's in the mud, the sweat, the plow. His I love you was two warm loves. Daddy never said too much, but it was enough. Now I'm the one who sits out back with coffee, steam, and hammer clad. And when my boy comes looking blue, I fix the gate and say me too. 'Cause Daddy taught me how to stay without a word, just in the way. And if he wonders what love does, I'll say Daddy never said too much, but it was enough. The coffee brooms like it always did. The sun creeps in where the shadows hid. But every dawn it feels the same, 'cause I still wake up to her name. Still wake up to her name, though she's long gone. Still reach across that bed alone. Her voice, her touch, the way she'd smile, still haunt me here, mile after mile. No matter time, no matter pain, each morning light I wake to her name. The mirror shows an older face, but I still feel her warm embrace. No alarm, no one to blame, just memories soft as morning rain. Still wake up to her name, though she's
mine. Still wake up to her name before I rise, before the sun hits open skies. And though the world has turned its page, I'm still locked inside this cage where love remains like a flame. I still wake up to her name.
She'd walk down gravel roads in worn-out shoes, waving at folks like they held her truth. With daisies blooming where her heels had passed, she left more beauty than the world could grasp. She hummed like Sunday, soft and sure, bringing joy where the heart felt poor. Kids would smile, dogs would race, just to feel her kindness in that place. She left spring in her steps, sunshine in her wake, like the warmth of a pie Mama used to bake. Her laugh was a breeze that danced with the trees. Her presence was calm like the hush before peace. She never said much, but the whole town knew. Wherever she walked, wildflowers grew. She'd leave a pie on a neighbor's chair and gospel tunes floating through the air. She never asked for praise or fame, just wanted love to know her name. She left spring in her steps, hope in the rain, a melody soft that still sings in my brain. You'd see her once and feel brand new, like Sunday socks in Easter blue. Though time moves on, I still believe she left more than steps, she left me reprieve. Now the road's the same, but not quite bright, without her smile, without her light. But every April when robins return, I swear I feel her, and flowers burn. She left spring in her steps, love without end. She taught the soil how to mend. Her shadow soft like a hymn unsaid, a living prayer where memories tread. And when I walk that road today, I smile, 'cause she walked this way.
Tossed them both in when the summer blew through. A barefoot girl with a rebel grin said, "Let's raise hell," and we both jumped in. Down by the river where the cold water ran, we were raising Cain and holding hands, sipping sweet tea, skipping class, running from the law and burning gas. We didn't know much, but we knew we were free, back by the river, just her and me. Radio up with a country tune, mud on the tires in the heat of June. Mama said, "Boy, don't you be no fool," but I learned more there than I ever did in school. Down by the river where the cold water ran, we were raising Cain and holding hands, sipping sweet tea, skipping class, running from the law and burning gas. We didn't know much, but we knew we were free, back by the river, just her and me. bank in the July sky, where we kiss like we never say goodbye. Down by the river where the cold water ran, we were raising Cain and holding hands, sipping sweet tea, skipping class, running from the law and burning gas. We didn't know much, but we knew we were free, back by the river, just her and me. By the river where the cold water ran, we were raising Cain and holding hands, sipping sweet tea, skipping class, running from the law and burning gas. We didn't know much, but we knew we were free, back by the river, just her and me. Stayed behind, but I still go there in my mind, to that muddy bank in the July sky, where we kissed like we'd never say goodbye. Down by the river where the cold water ran, we were raising Cain and holding hands, sipping sweet tea, skipping class, running from the law and burning gas. We didn't know much, but we knew we were free, back by the river, just her and me. Stacking boxes in the heat just to stay alive. Told my boss I need a break real soon. He said, son, you'll rest when you're in a tune. Well, I work all week and I try to shine, but every time I rest he moves the line. I wanna fish, I wanna nap, drink a sweet moonshine, but the man upstairs said Saturday ain't mine. My girl twice said pick me up at 2. I said I'm still moping up aisle 32. She said you're married to that grocery store. I said nah, just divorced from fun and more. Yeah, I work all week and I try to shine, but every time I rest he moves the line. I wanna fish, I wanna nap, drink a sweet moonshine, but the man upstairs said Saturday ain't mine. My girl called twice, said pick me up at 2. I said I'm still moping up aisle 32. She said you're married to that grocery store. I said nah, just divorced from fun and more. Yeah, I work all week and I try to shine, but every time I rest he moves the line. I wanna fish, I wanna nap, drink a sweet moonshine, but the man upstairs said Saturday ain't mine. Mama said work builds character fast, but I'd rather build a hammock in the grass. Yeah, I work all week and I try to shine, but all I get's this factory line. I wanna dance, I wanna howl under stars that shine, but they keep on saying Saturday ain't mine. Whoa, son, Saturday ain't mine. mama said work builds character fast, but I'd rather build a hammock in the grass. Yeah, I work all week and I try to shine, but all I get's this factory line. I wanna dance, I wanna howl under stars that shine, but they keep on saying Saturday ain't mine. No sir, Saturday ain't mine. This road a time or two, but sugar, I've got secrets too. So who's playing who, and who don't care? Who's got perfume on their collar, baby? Who put it there? We both play it cool, like nothing's wrong, but we're humming lies in our favorite. Tell me, darling, who's playing who? You've got a friend that always calls, and I've got numbers I don't recall. We act like love is still brand new, both know it's just not true. So who's playing who, and who don't care? Who's got perfume on their collar, baby? Who put it there? We both play it cool, like nothing's wrong, but we're humming lies in our favorite song. It's a dance for two, we both see through. Tell me, darling, who's playing who? We could end it, or we could lie, or just keep dancing till goodbye. So who's playing who, and who gets burned? Who's gonna cry when the tables turn? We both play it cool, like we're just fine, it's a game we choose with nothing to prove. But baby, tell me, who's playing and who?
Back then,
we were young and full of dreams. The world was wide, and love was all we'd ever need. You held my hand, I held yours too. We talked all night about me and you.
back then, back then,
back then, we built a life on broken ground with simple things like coffee cups and wedding vows. We laughed and cried, we tried and failed, but somehow love still found its trail. Back then, back then, we had a child and made a home with lullabies and muddy boots and sticks and stones. The porch light on your soft goodnight, the way you held me every time. Back then, We sat beneath that old oak tree with silver hair and hearts that still beat wild and free. You smiled and said, I'd choose this life, I'd choose it all, you as my wife. Back then, back then, we had a child and made a home with lullabies, muddy boots and sticks and stones. The porch light on your soft goodnight, the way you held me every time. Back then, back then, we watched the years go rolling past. The kids grew up, and buddy boots and sticks and stones. The house got quiet, hearts stayed full. We learned that love don't ever dull. Back then, back then.
I saw you tonight in a cotton white dress, laughing beside him, not a single regret. You look like the girl I used to know, but now you shine in someone else's glow. You're not mine to hold, not mine to call, not mine to catch. If you ever fall, I once was the name in your midnight prayer. Now I'm just a ghost that lingers there. I still feel the pull, deep and cold, but you're not mine, not mine to hold. I thought love would fight, would stand its ground, but sometimes the quiet lets it drown. I had my chance, I let it slip. Now someone else holds your fingertip. You're not mine to hold, not mine to call, not mine to catch. If you ever fall, I once was the name in your midnight prayer. Now I'm just a ghost that lingers there. I still feel the pull, deep and cold, but you're not mine, not mine to hold. And if he ever makes you cry, I'll still stay gone. You're not mine to hold, but you always were. The quiet ache I can't deter. I'll smile and nod and let it go, though my heart still tells me so. I lost the fire, I lost the gold. Now you're not mine, not mine to hold.
She'd wake before the rooster crowed, flour on hands and cotton rolled, crack 2 eggs with quiet grace. The sun would rise right on her face. She'd iron shirts and polish shoes, fold hymnals marked with Sunday truths, and tie my tie, then fix my hair with fingers soft like whispered prayer. The hands that made Sunday didn't shake. They kneaded dough and wiped each plate. They held the door, they passed the grace. They caught my tears and cupped my face. I thought God spoke from sky so high, but He moved through those hands by my side. She'd brush the porch, then brush my knees, and hum old hymns and broken keys. Her Bible worn, her fingers bent, but not a single touch misspent. The hands that made Sunday didn't shake. They kneaded dough and wiped each plate. They held the door, they passed the grace. They caught my tears and cupped my face. I thought God spoke from sky so high, but He moved through those hands by my side. Now I see them in my wife, and how she moves through daily life. The hands that made Sunday still remain in every hug that bears her name. And when my daughter says her prayer, I feel those hands still linger there. Heaven's voice may come one day, but I heard Him first through hands that made Sunday. Her apron hung where it always stayed. Beside the door she never swayed. But Tuesday came, and so did rain, and with it quiet and no explain. Mama said she left at dawn. Coffee cold, the lights still on. No suitcase packed, no luggage claimed, just one small ticket in her name. Ticket to somewhere, that's all we know. No map, no call, no footsteps slow. She wrote a note without a name, just said I tried but I need change. Some chase a dream, some chase the air. She just left with a ticket to somewhere. We found a letter on the sill, unsealed, unwritten, waiting still, addressed to you if you still care. But empty lines were all left there. A ticket to somewhere, that's all we know. No map, no call, no footsteps slow. She wrote a note without a name, just said I tried but I need change. Some chase a dream, some chase the air. She just left with a ticket to somewhere. Some say she's dancing in the lights. Some say she sleeps through northern nights. But every spring the porch feels wide, like missing shoes we can't not find. And though the world just spins out there, we still hold on to her ticket to somewhere. She'd sit in a chair near the garden gate, humming sweet songs till the sky turned late. Tomatoes in rows, daisies in bloom, while her voice floated soft as a broom. Kids on the porch with scraped up knees, resting their heads to her melodies. No need for words, no fancy grace, just the hum of peace in that sacred place. Lullabies from her garden gate taught the wind how to hesitate. Sang of love without a name, of heartache past and joy that came. A song for the world, a hymn so small, but from her lips it healed us all. Old wooden gate creaked with time, but still it swayed to her silent rhyme. She'd lift her gaze to stars above and stitch each note with mother's love. Lullabies from her garden gate wove through dusk till heaven's late. A comfort song no clock could bind, that lingered deep inside our minds. Though she's gone, the song still stays in winds and blooms and children's praise. Now weeds have grown where tulips slept, but still at night my heart has wept for the quiet voice I used to chase, that made the world a softer place. Lullabies from her garden gate echo on when the hour gets late. If you listen close at eventide, you'll hear her hum right by your side. Not just a song, but a truth she knew, that love sung soft is always true. A worn-out Bible sat by the wall next to her candles, small and tall. She marked each page with ribbon red, where hope and faith and love were spread.
Each Sunday morn she'd kneel herself and leave her prayers on that shelf. A faded photo of children's smiles, a porcelain cross with gentle tiles. She never spoke them out loud, just there in whispered thanks and fervent prayer. No gilded frame, no gilded pelf, she left her heart on that shelf. She left her prayers on that shelf, silent words that spoke of herself. In every crease and every fold, her faith and grace was quietly told. Though years go by and dust may dwell, I still feel her on that shelf. When storms would rage and nights grew cold, she'd light a lamp of flickering gold. Her whispered dreams would chase the dark, a steady flame within her heart. Now I kneel here all by myself and find her voice on that shelf. Some folks look high for answers grand, but she found God in gentle hands. Each prayer she wrote, each tear she shed, lives on in words she softly said. She left her prayers on that shelf, a legacy beyond herself. In every dawn and every breath, I feel her love outlive her death. So when I doubt, I turn and delve to read her soul on that shelf. She never needed jewels or gold. Her treasure lay in stories told. With every prayer and every vow, she wore her faith like a simple brow. No crown of silver, no showy gown, just a humble heart that stood its ground. She'd rise before the morning light, hands folded soft, eyes shining bright. In church or field, in work or rest, her trust in God outshone the best. Neighbors whispered of her grace, how heaven found a
resting place. She wore faith like a crown, held her head above life's frown. When storms would rage and doubts surround, her prayers would lift us off the ground. No need for gold to weigh her down. She ruled her world, wearing faith like a crown. Children gathered at her knee, sang hymns she taught so tenderly. No grand cathedral could compare to love she poured through whispered prayer. When her days turned soft and warm, her faith remained unblemished, shorn. Now when sorrow finds my way, I think of how she used to say, hold fast to hope, let fear fall down, and wear your own faith like a crown. She wore faith like a crown, gave her best when night spun round. Though years have passed and she's not found, her legacy in us abounds. I'll walk this life with heaven bound, wearing faith like a crown.
They found love in California. A wedding made the morning news. Some folks hit the lotto, some singers got the blues. But tucked between the weather and a sail on Valentine wine was a story about a man who lost it all, down on page 9. Just a headline for a heartache, just a byline for a goodbye. No one knows the way she walked away, or the tears I still hide. While the world spins loud and flashy, I'm fading like a sign, just another broken soul, down on page 9. There's a photo of a soldier, there's a story on the dial, and somewhere in the crossword is a clue that spells somehow. But no one reads the little lines where quiet sorrows shine. They'll never see the piece of me down on page 9. Just a headline for a heartache, just a byline for goodbye. No one knows the way she walked away, or the tears I still hide. While the world spins loud and flashy, just another broken soul down on page 9. They'll toss the paper in the trash, but I'm still stuck in black and white, living in a story no one writes, down on page 9.
You left your keys, you took your name, you packed your dreams, left me the blame. But one thing stayed, through right and wrong, I still got you in that one song. I kept your song, though you moved on. It plays each night when the world feels gone. I hum a tune, I hear your voice in every note. I had no choice, I let you go. I stayed alone, but in my heart I kept your song. It's worn and scratched on that old tape, but every word still holds your shape. The line you wrote, you'll always be, still cuts through like a memory. I kept your song, though you moved on. It plays each night when the world feels gone. I hum the tune, I hear your voice in every note. I had no choice, I let you go. I stayed alone, but in my heart I kept your song. Maybe you forgot the chords we made, but here they live, they never fade. I kept your song when words ran dry, when love was lost and dreams said goodbye. It's not about you coming back, it's just a place I can't unpack. You're gone for good, and life goes on, but I'm still here, and I kept your song.
Clocked out on a Friday late. Boss said, son, don't show up late. I smiled and said I won't be back. Threw my tie in the backseat with my past. I took the old 2-lane back road bend, past the sign that said start again. One hand out, radio loud, left my worries in that big town cloud. With $20 and a tank of gas, I left behind what I knew wouldn't last. No big plans, just a heart that's full of back road dreams and a belly half full. I may not have much, but man,
it feels vast with $20 and a tank of gas. Stop by Joe's for a slice and beer. Old folks smile like I'd been here. My boots hit gravel, my soul hit peace. A breeze like that brings you release. With $20 and a tank of gas, I left behind what I knew wouldn't last. No big plans, just a heart that's full of back road dreams and a belly half full. I may not have much, but man, it feels vast with $20 and a tank of gas. Some folks chase gold or fame. Me, I take dirt roads in my daddy's name. With $20 and a tank of gas, I found a place where time moves past. Slow and easy, sweet and true, with porch light girls and skies so blue. I ain't rich, but I sure feel class with $20 and a tank of gas. Rooster calls and the sky turns gray. You stir the pot as I greet the day. No fancy plans, no place to be, just coffee at dawn and you with me. Coffee at dawn, steam in the air, sun peeking slow, light in your hair. No need for riches, no need for gold, just your hand in mine as we grow old. These little moments, they linger long, like the taste of coffee at dawn. As the morning breaks, I watch you move with every step you take. The world wakes loud, but we stay still. In this quiet love, my heart you fill. Coffee at dawn, steam in the air, sun peeking slow, light in your hair. No need for riches, no need for gold, just your hand in mine as we grow old. These little moments, they linger long, like the taste of coffee at dawn. Coffee at dawn, you by my side, warmth in the cup, love in your eyes. No need to rush, no need to roam, right here with you, I'm always home. These little moments, they linger long, like the taste of coffee at dawn.
each night I pass that corner street where dreams and memories used to meet. Her window glows a golden hue, but she ain't there, not like she used to. The light in her window still shines for me, though she's long gone, though she's set free. It flickers soft like her whispered name, and every night I feel the same. I don't knock, I don't show, I just watch the light in her window. She left that town, left me behind, but the house stayed still in the back of my mind. Her curtains dance when the wind rolls by, like she's still there, just out of sight. The light in her window still shines for me, though she's long gone, though she's set free. It flickers soft like her whispered name, and every night I feel the same. I don't knock, I don't show, I just watch the light in her window. Some things fade, but not that glow. It's the last thing of her I know. The light in her window still calls me home, though I walk this road alone. It tells me love can't be undone. It lingers there like the setting sun. Though she's gone, I'll always know there's a piece of her in that light, soft glow.
And leaves dance soft where she once stood, fields of green beneath the wood. I close my eyes and feel her near, a whisper carried by the air. No voice I hear yet still believe, her echo lives in the breeze. She'd hum a hymn at break of day as dew-kissed blooms along our way. The wind would join her simple song, like comfort when the nights were long. Now when the driftwood sways the trees, I swear she's humming through the breeze. Her echo lives in the breeze, soft and clear among the leaves. A gentle touch I cannot see still guides my heart and sets me free. Though time moves on and shadows tease, I feel her love in the breeze. Morning light through open pane, Sunrise warms this earth again. Birds reply where she had sung. Her memory carried on their wings. And in that song on silent seas, I hear her voice in every breeze. Some say she's gone where angels fly, but I sense her near in open sky. No stone can hold what faith achieves. She's alive in every breeze. Her echo lives in the breeze, more than any words could seize. When life feels cold or I can't breathe, I lean into that sweet reprieve. And in each gust through oaks and trees, she whispers still in the breeze.
Let the light keep shining through windows and hearts, in the cold and quiet where the healing starts. Let it glow in the kitchens, on sidewalks and stores, on soldiers, on strangers, on wide open doors. Let it shine in the silence, in laughter, in song, in moments of stillness where love lingers long. Let it shine through the lonely, the lost and the few. Let the light keep shining on me and on you. Let it fall like snowflakes on rooftops and hands, on farms and freeways across every land. Let it dance in churches and over the seas, in whispers of mercy carried by the breeze. Let it shine in the silence, in laughter, in song, in moments of stillness where love lingers long. Let it shine through the lonely, the lost and the few. Let the light keep shining on me and on you. We don't need silver, we don't need gold, just a little more kindness, a heart to hold. Let it shine on the young and the old, side by side, in hope and forgiveness, in arms open wide. Let it shine like a promise that always comes true. Let the light keep shining like Christmas should do.
falls slow in crimson waves. She kneeled down where the wood path paves, hands clasped tight, head bowed low. Her whispered prayers like embers glow. Each gust would carry that sacred prayer through autumn's chill and golden air.
She wore her shawl against morning's bite, humming tunes that felt so right. I watched her faith in each refrain write its grace in the autumn rain. Now a breeze still holds that gentle sound, a prayer she breathed on sacred ground. Her prayer in the autumn air, soft and warm through crisp despair. When leaves let go and hearts feel bare, I breathe it in, her autumn prayer. Though seasons shift and paths may steer, her faith remains in autumn air.
Some find solace in summer's song, but her strength bloomed when days were long.
Through amber fields and amber glare, I feel her prayer in autumn air. Her prayer in the autumn air, guarding souls with tender care. When winter winds blow cold and fierce, her grace remains in every tear. In every gust I stand aware, her love lives on in autumn air.
The kitchen still quiet, the coffee pot cold, the scent of her biscuits, a memory old. But next to the sink, by that old wooden chair, her apron still hangs there. Flour-stained pockets and ties worn thin held stories of love and where we'd been. She'd wipe our tears with a corner square. That apron still hangs there. It's just cloth and thread to a stranger's eye, but to me it's a lullaby. It's Sunday supper and a whispered prayer. It's hugs made of cotton and tender care. Though she's been gone, I'm still aware her apron still hangs there. I should take it down, maybe fold it away, but I see her smile when I start my day. It waves just a bit in the morning air. Her apron still hangs
there. It's just cloth and thread to a stranger's eye, but to me it's a lullaby. It's Sunday supper and a whispered prayer. It's hugs made of cotton and tender care. Though she's been gone, I'm still aware her apron still hangs there. And if one day I have a child to raise, I'll teach them her songs and kitchen ways. It's just cloth and thread, but more than that, it's a home, a heart, a welcome mat. It's every word she'd never dare, still saying I love you from thin air. Her apron still hangs there.
That old rocker by the window still stands, cushion worn soft from her gentle hands. She'd rock out worries when the sun went low, singing sweet songs only our hearts would know. Now when I pass, it rocks so slow, like it's echoing low. She left below. There's a stain on the arm where her coffee cup lay, a faded quilt thrown where she napped away. She never needed words to make things right. Just let that chair hold her through the night. And though she's gone beyond this world's air, her spirit rests in that empty chair. She left love in the empty chair, a silent hug when the world feels bare. No need for words when I'm feeling low. Her memory rocks me tender and slow through every loss and every prayer. I find her heart in that empty chair. I still set my glass where hers would rest, feel her presence guide me to do my best. Neighbors know I leave that light on high for a love that dances in the evening sky. Though I can't hear her voice declare, I still feel life in that empty chair. People say grief fades with time, but love like hers outlives the chime. When wind blows soft and night is fair, I swear I feel her rocking. She left love in the empty chair, a gentler peace that lingers there. No matter how far my footsteps roam, that rocker brings me back home. When life's weight feels too much to bear, I rest in love in that empty chair.
when the silence fell, when the street lights flickered and the sirens yelled? Were you home with your kids holding on real tight, or bowing your head in the TV light? Did you call your mom just to hear her voice? Did you turn to prayer? Did you curse the noise? Were you wondering why, or just too still to feel the weight of a world gone ill? I don't know much about politics or how the world breaks down like bricks, but I know love and I know grace, and I've seen hope on a stranger's face. And in a moment we all stood still, trying to find what's right, what's real, when the silence fell. Did you light a candle in your window frame? Did you whisper names you couldn't name? Did your hands shake when the towers dropped? Did you wish the time would just stop? I don't know much about foreign lands or the minds of violent, broken hands, but I know peace and I know pain, and I've seen kindness in the rain. And in a moment we all stood still, trying to find what's right, what's real, when the silence fell. I still believe in hearts that care, and prayers that rise through heavy air, and I'll remember how it felt so clear when the silence fell and love drew near. I don't know much about politics or how the world breaks down like bricks, but I know love and I know grace, and I've seen hope on the silence fell and love drew near. She gave me time, she gave me grace, she stayed when storms took up her place. But I was cold, too blind to see that she deserved more than just a piece of me. She deserved more than nights alone, more than silence, more than stone. She needed love that didn't fade, not just the promises I made. I held her back, I set her free, 'cause she deserved more than me. Smiled through pain I didn't feel. She asked for truth, I gave her steel. I thought she'd stay, I thought she'd wait, they don't fade. She deserved more than nights alone, more than silence, more than stone. She needed love that didn't fade, not just the promises I made. I held her back, I set her free, 'cause she deserved more than me. And if he loves her like I should, then maybe now she's understood. She deserved more, and now she's gone, found a place where she belongs. I'll always miss, I'll always see that love like hers was too good for me. No bitter end, no broken plea, just the truth. She deserved more than me.
She'd hum a hymn with curlers in her hair, steam rising from the kitchen there. That floral dress she saved all week, worn every Sunday, soft and meek. She tied with a faded bow, walking slow like she already knows that heaven might not look like much, but it smells like flower and feels like touch. Yeah, Sunday was her favorite dress, signed out with care and no regrets. It held her laughter, stitched her prayers, wore it like grace in folding chairs. Now it hangs in a closet near, still smells like faith, still feels like here. She never missed a second pew, hands held tight like the morning dew. And when that choir began to rise, you could see God in her eyes. Yeah, Sunday was her favorite dress, the one she wore to hide the mess. But in that cotton blue and white, she looked like mercy bathed in light. Now I hold it when I'm lost in fear, still smells like faith, still feels like here. Some folks keep photos, some keep rings. I keep her dress and how she'd sing. Sunday was her favorite dress, and now it holds what she confessed. Each thread of verse, each button piece, a quiet place my heart won't cease. Though she's gone, she's ever near, still smells like faith, still feels like here.
saw his name in Sunday's page. Third row down, same quiet stage. No warning note, no final call, just silence hanging in the hall. We always said, let's grab a beer, talk about the fish, the wives, the years. But life kept pulling left and right. Now all that's left is not tonight. I thought we had more time to laugh, to mend, to sit out back like way back friends. I thought we'd meet next 4th of July and joke about how years just fly. But time don't knock, don't drop a line. And now I'm here, wishing we had more time. His ball cap still hangs at the store. His coffee ring still stains the floor. The clerk said he was just in here. Now all that's left is emptier. I thought we had more time to laugh, to mend, to sit out back like way back friends. I thought we'd meet next 4th of July and joke about how years just fly. But time don't knock, don't drop a line. And now I'm here, wishing we had more time. Now I call folks a little more and don't ignore that second door. So if you're thinking about that name, don't wait for rain or Hall of Fame. Pick up the phone, drive down the mile, say what you mean, not just in style. 'Cause one day you'll be just like I, wishing you'd said more before time said goodbye. Gray clouds roll in on an empty street. Cold drops fall where we used to meet. I pull my coat tight against the chill, but all I feel is your laughter still. Each raindrop taps a tender refrain. Her smile lingers in the rain. We danced once under that stormy sky. Your dress swirled as the winds ran high. You reached for me through sheets of gray, saying love can't wash us far away. Now when the heavens weep again, I see her light in every rain. Her smile lingers in the rain, like a rainbow after all the pain. When thunder roars and tears fall free, I feel her warmth come back to me. No storm can ever wash love's stain. Her smile lingers in the rain. Porch light glows through misty night, guiding me home by its gentle light. I reach for her hand in memory's haze as droplets shine like childhood days. Though she's gone where the angels reign, I still find her in the rain.
People run from storms and fear the cold, but her laughter taught me to be bold. So when the skies open wide again, I'll seek her face within the rain. Her smile lingers in the rain, a beacon bright when skies complain. When all is dark and hope seems thin, her light breaks through like love within. Though time moves on, I still remain. Her smile lingers in the rain.
In our little house upon the hill, she'd light a lamp when evening's still. Her prayers would drift from room to room, as gentle as a summer bloom. No corner dark, no heart alone, her presence felt like heaven's home. When sorrow knocked, she'd bring us peace. Her faith brought strength that never ceased. Her faith filled every room like morning sun chasing gloom. When walls would shake or hope would fail, her spirit rose on holy gale. Though years may pass, I still presume her light remains. Her faith filled every room. At dinner table she'd bow her head, thankful for crumbs of daily bread. Her voice rose soft in humble tune and lifted us beneath that moon. Now I walk these halls alone, hear her whisper in every stone. And when my heart forgets to bloom, I feel her faith fill every room. Her faith filled every room like morning sun chasing gloom. When shadows came and tears consumed, her love shone bright, her faith filled every room. Though time moves on and spirits loom, we stand in light. Her faith filled every room.
She still wears it on her left hand, like a vow she's trying to understand. It catches light in the morning sun, but the warmth between us is long gone. The ring still shines, but her eyes don't glow. She says goodnight, but her voice is low. We share a bed, but not the same dreams. Two shadows lost in silent routines. I wish I could turn back time
that's left is the ring that still shines. She makes the coffee, I read the news. We speak in lines, not in truth. We used to laugh, we used to dance. Now we pass like strangers at a glance. The ring still shines, but her eyes don't glow. She says goodnight, but her voice is low. We share a bed, but not the same dreams. Two shadows lost in silent routines. I wish I could turn back time, but all that's left is the ring that still shines. They say love can't fade, but gold won't rust, and vows can't break without a fuss. The ring still shines like the day we wed, but love slipped out while the tears were shed. Now it's just a circle, cold and fine, a quiet symbol of a faded sign. She's still here, but not really mine, though the ring still shines.
He tossed 2 shirts into the cab, kissed the kid, then winked at Dad. Said, I'll be home by Sunday's light. But Sunday came with no brake light. The engine roared, the gravel cracked, and dust rolled slow but never tracked. We watched till he was just a speck, then kept his beer cold on the deck. The road that didn't turn back took more than boots and paper sacks. It took the laughs, it took the plans, the half-built fence, the wedding bands, and somewhere past the railroad track, he disappeared down the road that didn't turn back. The mailbox stayed in his old name, the tires dry rotted in the rain. Mama said he's finding peace, but even hope can lose its lease. The road that didn't turn back took more than boots and paper sacks. It took the laughs, it took the plans, the half-built fence, the wedding bands, and somewhere past the railroad track, he disappeared down the road that didn't turn back. Some say fear, some say free, but no one knows what he came to be. Now when I drive and see that bend, I slow a bit, remember then, and wonder if that stretch of black knows it became the one-way track, where promises went off the map, on the road that didn't turn back.
There's a dusty road runs past the old oak tree, worn down by time, but it's home to me. Every rock and bend I know by name. That's where I grew, that's where I came. It's the road that raised me mile by mile, taught me how to fall, how to rise, how to smile. It's seen my tears, my first young love. It's held my dreams, it's push come to shove. I've traveled far, but I still see that old dirt path, the road that raised me. Barefoot summers, winters in the snow, chasing down the sunsets, taking life slow. Daddy's old truck rattling down that lane, I still hear the echo of his voice playing. Yeah, it's the road that raised me mile by mile, taught me how to fall, how to rise, how to smile. It's seen my tears, my first young love. It's held my dreams, it's push come to shove. I've traveled far, but I still see that old dirt path, the road that raised me. They say you can't go back, but I disagree. That road's still there, it's part of me. It's the road that raised me mile by mile, carved in my soul like a country mile, where the past is close and the heart runs free. I'll always belong to the road that raised me. I heard her laugh across the room, that same sweet sound I once called to. But this time it wasn't meant for me. It danced through air, then set me free. Her laugh in someone else's arms still cuts through me like soft alarms. No blame to place, no fight to find, just echoes of a love behind. She moved on with all her charms and left her laugh in someone else's arms. I used to be the reason why her eyes would shine, her tears ran dry. Now she leans close, her head tilted back, while I fade into memory's track. Her laugh in someone else's arms still cuts through me like soft alarms. No blame to place, no fight to find, just echoes of a love behind. She moved on with all her charms and disturb, I won't rewind. Some smiles weren't meant to stay mine. Her laugh in someone else's light still haunts me deep on lonesome nights. But if she's happy, if it's real, then maybe someday I'll learn to heal and bless the joy that disarms. Her laugh in someone else's arms. Disturb, I won't rewind. Some smiles weren't meant to stay mine.
She tied it round at break of day, wiped sleepy eyes and swept her way. Biscuits rising, coffee done, shoes by door for everyone. She stirred the soup, then stitched a tear, hung the wash with gentle care, fed the dog, then fed my soul, all while that apron took its toll. The apron never came off, not till night. Even then hung close inside. It caught her love, it caught her sweat, held crumbs of stories we don't forget. No crown or robe, no Sunday cloth, just quiet grace in an apron never taken off. She'd press my collar, rub my back, patch my jeans with burlap sack. And when the world turned dark or mean, she'd stand there strong, cotton and clean. The apron never came off, not till night. Even then hung close inside. It caught her love, it caught her sweat, held crumbs of stories we don't forget. No crown or robe, no Sunday cloth, just quiet grace in an apron never taken off. And when she passed, I kept it still, like it could fold the way she will. The apron never came off in her life, and I see it now in my own wife. A threadbare flag of love well worn, that raised a house and held us warm. The world may move, the rest may scoff, but I believe
never take the apron off.
Gravy warm, the roll stacked high, steam still rose from apple pie. Kids in chairs, forks hit the plate, but one seat stayed a moment late. She poured sweet tea, she fixed a spill, tucked a napkin, passed a pill, cut the meat for Grandpa's hand, then wiped her hands on apron band. She was the last to sit down. No fuss, no crown. No one said much, but we all knew that meal was built by what she'd do. She'd serve with love, not wear a gown, just quiet grace as the last to sit down. When I got older, I'd look back at all the ways she filled the lack. Her plate was cold, but heart was warm. She fed the soul in every form. She was the last to sit down. No fuss, no crown. No one said much, but we all knew that meal was built by what she'd do. She'd serve with love, not wear a gown, just quiet grace as the last to sit down. Now my wife stands the same way too, and I see Mama in what she do. So when we pray and pass the dish, I close my eyes and make one wish, that one day when they talk of me, they say I learned that humility from the woman who wore no crown, but was always the last to sit down.
Fog rolled low on an old dirt road. I was driving slow, heading home alone. Pulled off near a chapel sign to stretch my legs and clear my mind. The moon hung cold in a silent sky, not a soul around, not a single light. Then I heard a voice from behind the trees, whispering low through the winter breeze. There's a shadow on the highway, waiting where the crossings grow. Sings a song from long ago, soft and lonesome, sweet and slow. You won't see him in the sunlight, but when the stars all start to show, there's a shadow on the highway, and he never walks alone. He wore a hat pulled low and boots worn thin, eyes like ash with a haunted grin. He tipped his head, said, "Boy, you're late," then vanished through the rusted gate. There's a shadow on the highway, waiting where the cross slow. You won't see him in the sunlight, but when the stars all start to show, there's a shadow on the highway, and he never walks alone. So if you're driving past that bend and the night feels like it'll never end, say a prayer and pass on through. That shadow might be following you.
Sunrise creeps over golden roads, dew-kissed stalks where the wild grass grows. I walk that path where she once stood, humming soft truths only I understood. Her voice would drift on that morning breeze, a lullaby beneath the cotton trees. Each summer dawn she'd rise at 4, carry her kettle to the barnyard door. While roosters crowed and sparrows sang, she'd hum the tune that made hearts hang. No choir needed to harmonize, just her lullaby under open skies. Her lullaby echoes in the field, through rippled wheat, through broken shields. Every blade sings a simple grace, a mother's love time can't erase. Though she's gone and years congeal, I still hear her in every field. Cornrows swayed as she walked by, with bare feet tapping that country high. Children gathered at her knee as her hum carried hope like a melody. Now when dusk paints shadows long, I close my eyes to recall her song. Sometimes the wind will bend just right and whisper her lullaby at night. I swear I feel her hand in mine, guiding me home through borrowed time. Her lullaby echoes in the fields, and every sunrise, every year. Though seasons pass and earth may heal, her song remains so calm, so real. I'll hum it soft when life conceals my heart where her lullaby feels.
What will love you all over again? Oh, so you don't have to love me anymore. What if I turned the porch light on and met her tears before they were gone? What if I hadn't checked that phone and kissed her lips instead of stone? What if I left work on time and danced with her
instead of that wine. A dozen what ifs haunt these walls, echo soft in empty halls. They don't shout, they just sit still like folded notes on windowsills. And every night they softly drift through my heart. A dozen what ifs. What if I'd heard her silent plea? What if I gave the love she'd need? What if I held her when she shook, instead of reaching for my book? A dozen what ifs haunt these walls, echo soft in empty halls. They don't shout, they just sit still like folded notes on windowsills. And every night they softly drift through my heart. A dozen what ifs. She never slammed, never cursed, and she just left with a quiet first. Now what if I could turn back time? Would I still miss each subtle sign? Would I still lose the love I had to one more joke, one less I'm glad? Or would I change what I now miss and lose the weight of a dozen what ifs? A single look from her hazel eyes told me truths no words could disguise. Her smile lit up the darkest night and turned my wrongs into something right. No need for riches, no need for chance. She gave me the world in a glance. We sat on porches at twilight's fall, sip sweet tea neath the garden wall. One glance from her was all I need to know our hearts would always lead. Though time may shift and seasons dance, I still hold her world in a glance. She gave me the world in a glance, a promise made in an instant chance. When days grow cold and nights grow long, I close my eyes and feel her strong. No treasure could replace that romance. She gave me the
but her eyes were stories untold. In her gaze I found my home, a place where love could freely roam. She gave me the world in a glance, a love so true, a timeless dance. When life moves on and dreams advance, I still live in that world in a glance. No matter how far fate may prance, her gift remains in one glance.
You were standing there, suitcase in hand. I was too proud to beg, too numb to stand. The door clicked soft, but it broke me loud. I still see you leaving through that cloud. I should have held on, should have reached out, should have screamed your name, should have faced the doubt. But I stood still like a stubborn stone. Now I talk to your ghost when I'm alone. All this time, you're still gone. I should have held on. I replay that night like a worn out song, where silence said what I got wrong. I thought you'd wait, thought you'd bend, but love don't stay when the heart won't mend. I should have held on, should have reached out, should have screamed your name, should have faced the doubt. But I stood still like a stubborn stone. Now I talk to your ghost when I'm alone. All this time, and you're still gone. I should have held on. You wanted love, not just a man who hides behind what he can't understand. I should have held on, not just a man who hides behind what he can't understand. I should have held on, should have tried more, should have fought like hell, not closed the door. Now every dawn feels twice as long without your laugh, without your song. All this time, and I know I was wrong. I should have held on.
She kneeled by the bedside at the break of dawn, hands folded tight, her eyes drawn on, her whisper soft like morning dew. Thank you, Jesus, for seeing us through. I watched her lips move word by word, learning faith in a voice I'd heard. Her Bible worn, ribbon markers placed by every promise she had embraced. She never preached with fancy art, but every night she gave me heart. She said, son, let God lead the way. And that's how I learned to pray. She taught me how to pray when words fell short, to call on Him in every hurt. Her faith was strong in every phrase, a gentle guide through life's maze. When darkness comes or hope can stray, I close my eyes and kneel each day, 'cause she taught me how to pray. Now when I bow in silent plea, it's her voice echoing inside of me. No need for show, no need for fame, just a whispered name and faith unchanged. Through every trial, come what may, I lean on lessons she gave that day. Some say faith is just a word, but she showed me what true hope inferred. It's in her tears, it's in her grace, found in that quiet, sacred place. She taught me how to pray through every fear. Her whispered love still lingers here. When life moves on and trials play, I kneel and find her voice each day. No matter where my feet may stray, I find my strength, for she taught me how to pray. There's a swing on the porch that creaks just right. When the wind comes soft on a Sunday night, it leans a little from her favorite side, where she'd sit with tea and a heart open wide. That old swing don't talk, but it sure remembers the summer she sang like a quiet ember. She'd sway with grace, never in a rush, bare feet tapping on the planks with hush. She'd close her eyes and hum a hymn, and the world slowed down just to be near her then. That swing still moves when no one's near, almost like she whispers here. The porch swing knows her name, feels her weight in the morning rain, still rocks gentle with the breeze, like she's back with memories. No one sat there quite the same. Porch
porch swing still knows her name. Sometimes I leave the door cracked wide, just in case she comes to sit outside. And when the chains creak low and slow, I swear it's her just saying hello. The porch swing knows her name, like wood remembers every flame. Though she's gone, the porch remains, holding echoes, not just stains. Time moved on, but love don't fade. That porch swing still knows her name. The church let out around 6:15. The casserole trays were wiped clean. She'd hum old hymns while folding clothes. Now silence hums the part she knows. Her perfume still clings to the chair, the one she rocked with braided hair. TV flickers but makes no sound. This house feels loud when she's not around. Sunday night without her feels too long. The coffee's cold, the music's wrong, the porch light's on, but no one calls. And I keep counting down these walls God made rest on this last day. But peace don't come when she's away. She'd rub my back for hidden bed, read Psalm 23 and kiss my head. Now I leave her pillow untouched, like I'm afraid to break too much. Sunday night without her feels too long. The coffee's cold, the music's wrong, the porch light's on, but no one calls. And I keep counting down these walls God made rest on this last day. But peace don't come when she's away. They say the week will start anew, but I'm still stuck in Sunday's blue. Sunday night without her hurts too deep. The bed's too wide, I fake my sleep. I trade 6 days, lose them all, just to hear her down the hall. But till I do, I'll sit and pray that Sunday night brings her someday.
and to the left the roof would leak. The porch light buzzed, the floorboards creaked, but Lord, that place was warm and right. 2 kids in love, 1 sleepless night. We painted walls in borrowed blue, hung wedding cards with tape and glue, laughed through bills we couldn't pay, danced barefoot in the month of May. The house we let go still lives in me, though they paved the yard and cut the tree. It wasn't brick, it wasn't bone, but it held more than we ever told. We signed and sold, let memories flow, but I still ache for the house we let go. Now some folks mow what used to grow, and kids ride bikes where lilies showed. But every time I pass that street, my fingers twitch, my heart skips beat. The house we let go still lives in me, though they paved the yard and cut the tree. It wasn't brick, it wasn't bold, but it held more than we ever told. We signed and sold, let memories flow, but I still ache for the house we let go. They say a home is just 4 walls, but ours still whispers in the halls. The house we let go don't hold our name, but every board still burns like flame. We built a life, we lost, we grew, and I still drive by just a view. It's gone, I know, but it won't go, 'cause I still live in the house we let go. Sunburst days and sky so blue, she'd brush my world in golden hues. Sand between our barefoot toes, seashell songs and wild rose glows. Her laughter wove a bright skied art. She painted summer on my heart. We'd chase fireflies at dusk retreat, share lemonade in rocking seats. She'd hum a tune through fields of green as dancing light kissed in between. Those seasons fade and days depart, her art remains within my heart. She painted summer on my heart, bright as dawn, her firefly spark. When winter's chill would freeze my soul, I'd recall her sunlit glow. Though time moves on and seasons part, I still feel summer on my heart. Some chase storms, some chase the rain, but I chase sunsets on memory's lane. In every bloom, in every start, she's there. painting summer on my heart. She painted summer on my heart, a canvas bright when days grow dark. When doubt creeps in, her tears may start. I close my eyes, see her art. Though summers fade, her love imparts eternal sun on my heart.
He never said much, just a nod or two, but his hands told stories I always knew. Rough from the fields, scarred by time, but strong enough to hold the line. Calloused hands worn by the land, built this life with no demand. Held me up when I couldn't stand. Love was shown in calloused hands. No need for words, I understand. I'm who I am. From calloused hands. They fixed old trucks and wiped my tears, pushed me forward through the years. Gripped the Bible, hammered nails, guided me steady when I would fail. Calloused hands worn by the land, built this life with no demand. Held me up when I couldn't stand. Love was shown in calloused hands. No need for words, I understand. I'm who I am. From calloused hands. Now my starting to look the same. I wear them proud, I bear his name. Calloused hands like his before, holding tight to what matters more. I'll raise my son, the same strong brand of quiet love and calloused hands. No need for words, he'll understand. He'll be a man. From calloused hands.
I've written songs about moving on, about brand new days and feeling strong. But when the pen runs out of line, it's always your name that comes to mind. You're still my last verse, the
one I hide, the words I whisper when I close my eyes. I sing of strength, I sing of a light, but end in silence every night. They never know, but it still hurts, 'cause you're still my last verse. You're not in my world, not anymore, but you still haunt that old back door. I see you in the autumn rain, in melodies I can't explain. You're still my last verse, the one I hide, the words I whisper when I close my eyes. I sing of strength, I sing of a light, but end in silence every night. They never know, but it still hurts, 'cause you're still my last verse. Some things don't fade, they just grow dim, but they still echo in every hymn. You're still my last verse, the rhyme undone. They still echo in every old hymn. You're still my last verse, the rhyme undone, the quiet end I never outrun. I write of hope, I write of grace, but your goodbye won't leave that space. I've moved on, but love still stirs, 'cause you're still my last verse.